Now, this week is World Autism Awareness Week, which will be culminating in World Autism Awareness Day next Monday. To talk to me about that and everything else that's coming up, I'm delighted to be joined on the line now by the CEO of Autism Ireland, Samantha Judge. Samantha, good evening and you're welcome to Drive Time.
Good evening, Darragh. Thanks for having us on.
Absolutely delighted. And first and foremost, I know you only joined Autism Ireland as CEO in January of this year, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited, Darragh. It's been a very busy few weeks, couple of months now at this stage. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, we've got lots of things, lots of projects on the go, and I'm really looking forward to the year ahead.
And I can well understand you're really getting into a thick, what's the word I'm looking for, right in at the deep end, as we say. But as I said in the introduction, this is World Autism Awareness Week, culminating on Monday with World Autism Awareness Day.
Right, yeah.
So it's all about raising awareness.
Absolutely, and we have lots planned on World Autism Awareness Day. I suppose we started out with Heartbeat Radio Services approached us a number of months ago. I think I was actually only working in Autism Ireland about 2 days, and they approached us with this idea of bringing a temporary licence specifically around to broadcast to the autism community, to air, which I found very exciting, and thought that it would be an amazing way to, information is so hard for anyone, I'm sure will agree with me, with that, have children or family members with autism, that it's a minefield out there to access the information that you need. So this is a brilliant way to, it airs for 2 weeks, launching on April 2nd on World Autism Awareness Day. And it's a brilliant way for us to have, we've all sorts of speakers from right the way across Ireland, Europe and America. Some of the higher authorities on autism that will be on various shows over the course of the first week, which is from April 2nd until April 8th. And then we're off air for a couple of weeks and we come back on then for Blue Nose Awareness Week, the last week in April. So that would be from the 23rd until the 29th, I think is the second. So the frequency is going to be Dublin 105.2 and Cork 106.7. And it's a very exciting project. I mean, it's the first of its kind in Ireland, and everybody's been working really hard in the background, getting all the as you know, getting all the program schedules together and bringing the whole production together. So we're going to launch that on April 2nd from our premises here in Autism Ireland premises in Multifarnham. And Multifarnham and Mullingar, I should say, for those who don't know. And there's all sorts of fun and celebrations planned around that day. So, that event kicks off at 1 p.m. About 1:15, we're going to have an Easter egg hunt. By the way, this event is open and free to all members of the autism community. Initially, we had put it out to members of Autism Ireland, but you know what? We've had so many requests from people saying, well, I've just reapplied for my membership card, and it may not come out until after Easter, and can I still come? That we thought, okay, we've got a big enough premises, and we've had some very generous sponsors. Lidl gave us a nice donation where we could actually go and purchase the eggs and purchase lots of sweets and goodies and refreshments for everybody on the day. We've got lots of lovely goodies, prizes to give out on the day, and G4S and Quest Recruitment helped us to put the day together as well. So it's open to whoever wants to attend. It starts, as I said, we have our Easter egg hunt. Then we have been working very hard on getting all the different rooms ready. We have like a sensory room, messy play room. We've got an activity room going on. There will be a magician floating around, whoever wants to engage with him, but not, he'll respect whoever wants to, engage and who doesn't. It's all obviously very autism friendly and autism aware. We also, there's face painting, and then we have our Autism Hero Awards at 2:30, and all the while we'll be broadcasting Autism Radio and different family members, besides the guest speakers, will be able to interact, and we'll bring some of the older children on and some of the parents to chat with the presenters as well.
Well, I think it's great that Lidl, and I know our own Super Values stores have been getting involved in all of this, about raising the awareness around autism. And I'm quite certain for any parents listening, when they've received a diagnosis of their child with autism, the first question they're going to ask is, are we alone in the world, or where do we turn? So what you are doing and partnering up with Heartbeat FM is just fantastic.
Yep.
You're raising further awareness, letting people know out there in every part of the country, no, you're not alone. We are here to help.
Absolutely. And this, I found it so exciting, the idea of the broadcast. Sorry, I should have mentioned as well, along with the frequencies, the online at autismradio.blue as well, just to put that out there. So yeah, it's so hard. I have a young son on the spectrum myself. My little guy is 9 years old, and so I've been through that journey, and that whole kind of the early stages of post-diagnosis, and this whole minefield of there's so many different avenues that you need to consider, and the information search is endless, and it's actually not easily accessible, unfortunately. It is through Autism Ireland, of course, because we've got that all set up on the website now. But, as regards, like, what do I do now? Where do I go first? How do I access different grants? Then, there's information being pushed on you as well, about, different diets, and there's just so much information out there, that as an individual, or as parents, it can be quite overwhelming. So we felt that to have just this whole information piece ongoing for a 2-week period, and we will cover every facet of information that is needed for anyone that has children, or somebody with autism themselves, anyone within the autism community. I can't really think of anything we haven't covered.
I think it's absolutely fantastic, Samantha, because for any person out there that is diagnosed with any form of illness, and they go and try and seek help, I've always believed this to be true, that only a person who has walked in your shoes will understand what you're going through.
Yes.
So you're there as the CEO of this organisation, having walked in the footsteps of all those parents because you have a child.
Yes.
I think that's just inspirational.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I do, because I believe you get it. Quite often people ring up, they'll ring a hotline for something, and you get the impression at the other end the person doesn't get it. You get it.
Well, we've got a number of the staff in Autism Ireland are parents of children with autism, and actually all of the guys involved with Heartbeat, in some shape or form, they either have a child with or a family member with autism. So there's a whole team behind Autism Ireland and the production of Autism Radio that totally gets it. And of course then with all the guest speakers, and there's going to be a lovely mix of people that are very, very specialised, and from academic and professional therapeutics backgrounds, but there'll also be young adults that can actually tell their own journey, which I think is an important blend to have in the programming schedule, that we have people from, that can tell their own story, how life is for them every day, how it's been, throughout their life, and success stories. We'll have young men and women on that have been able to access further education. There will also be stories about, kind of, if that is not going to be the case, for parents with maybe teenagers coming towards that age, where it's like, what do we do kind of post-18? We'd like to look at avenues there too. So literally, I suppose the idea of this broadcast is that, if you're pre-diagnosis, if you're wondering, what are the symptoms, what is autism, does my child have autism, I've noticed some delays, I've engaged with, health services, and we're at that kind of early kind of intervention phase, what should I be doing? So right from there, right up to, okay, I am a young adult with autism, or I am the carer of a young adult with autism, and what's next? What kind of avenues can we look at next? And everything in between. So the idea is to look at the entire age spectrum, as well as the spectrum itself.
Indeed, indeed. Right, for those that are tuned in right now, the all-important frequency, if you want to tune in and listen to the radio broadcast from April 2nd to April 8th, and again for Blue Nose Week, April 23rd to 29th, in the Cork region, the frequency is 106.7. If you're in Dublin, the frequency is 105.2. Or you can tune in online at autismradio.blue. And for anybody that wants to get in touch with Autism Ireland, who do you contact?
I suppose info at autismireland.ie would be the most straightforward route.
Yep,
and
perfect.
Can pick it up. The most important, whatever's appropriate, it'll be picked up from there.
Well, Samantha, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Right. I wish you the very best of success, not just for the weekend, but for the 2 weeks of broadcast and in all the work that you do. And a very happy Easter to you, everybody at Autism Ireland, and to all those that you're working with.
And thank you so much for having me on.
It's been a pleasure, and we'll talk to you again sometime for sure.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Darragh.
Take care, Samantha. Thank you. Bye-bye. So there we had Samantha Judge from Autism Ireland, newly appointed CEO since January. What impresses me is the fact that she has a child suffering from autism. So, as I said in my interview, she gets it. She gets it. The frequency for Cork, 106.7. You can tune in online, autismradio.blue. That's taking place from April 2nd to the 8th, and again, the 23rd to the 29th.